June 28th, the Supreme Court upheld a ban on sleeping outside. This ruling determined that citing, banning, and arresting visibly unhoused people does not violate their constitutional rights. This decision effectively criminalized homelessness. So let's dive into how we got here and how this decision harms all of us. The case originated in Grand Pass, Oregon, a city that heavily relies on tourism. City officials were more concerned with how homelessness looked rather than addressing its root causes. So in 2013, the city began policing public sleeping aggressively. Police handed out citations for sleeping in parks. Repeated citations led to arrests and jail time. Even if someone was not arrested, they could accumulate hundreds of dollars in fines that they could not afford to pay. In 2018, 3 people experiencing homelessness challenged the city in court, claiming that it's cruel and unusual to fine or jail someone, especially when the city does not do anything to provide adequate public shelter. The case, Grand Pass v. Johnson, worked its way up to the Supreme Court, which ultimately ruled that the ordinance does not violate their constitutional rights. Not only does policing visible poverty ignore what research has proven builds safety, it also disregards the dignity of people criminalized for simply trying to survive. Lily Morgan, council president of Grand Pass, has even publicly said that the point is to make it uncomfortable enough for them in our city so they will want to move on down the road. Actions taken to conceal poverty extend far beyond Oregon, and they don't just impact unhoused communities. From New York City to Los Angeles, taxpayers have been covering the cost of campaigns to remove unhoused people from public spaces. It is evident that addressing homelessness as a public nuisance that requires policing, rather than a public need that requires services, is deeply flawed. With the Supreme Court's decision, localities now effectively have the green light to implement this counterproductive approach to public safety. Alternatives to punishment exist and should be utilized. Arresting unhoused people only perpetuates cycles of homelessness and poverty. This cycle makes it hard to gain stability, get a job, or secure permanent housing. Our leaders should be investing in solutions rooted in compassion, research, and human decency. By doing so, we can strengthen our communities and cultivate an environment that focuses on empathy.